Hey guys, welcome to your Twin Flame Collective reading. So let's see what sort of energies the collective is dealing with and will be dealing with. Let's see what energies are coming up for the collective. Ooh, okay. Ooh. Okay. And on the bottom of the deck we have the Emperor. Let's see the clarifiers before we dive in any deeper. Let's see the clarifiers for the collective. Okay. Okay. Intense mirroring action. And on the bottom of the deck we have the King of Cups. So we have the shadow side clarifying the shadow side. Whew. All right. So clearly there has been some intense dark night of the soul happening in your connection. Because I have two of them happening here, two cards on the table, I do sense that you have been both going through the dark night of the soul at the same time. Sometimes that happens in twin flame connections. Sometimes the energy are a little bit kind of juxtaposed, right? So they are not happening necessarily at a parallel time, but they can somewhat overlap. Here the dark night of the soul has been going on for both of you at the same time, which means a lot of difficulty. I'm not gonna hide that. But you have been working spiritually at the very least as a team, so that's a great news. You may have connected or gotten to a higher level of commitment as a result of going through that dark night of the soul. So what's clear is that once you achieve this higher frequency of connection, you are able to deal with dark thoughts, nightmares, difficult situations, anxieties, and all of that much better. And you are learning, each of you, building, learning, growing, and one or both of you may be looking into getting some therapy, some professional help in some areas, or supporting each other, getting the help of a spiritual group, a soul tribe, powerful, impressive, sort of protective spiritual image of someone, a spiritual guide, because there has been a lot going on. You do have spiritual support coming your way big time. Lessons, wisdom, entities coming your way, ancestors, angels, all of that, right? But it has been difficult, and there may have been times when you felt like the only saving grace of that time frame was your connection to your twin flame. And my heart goes out to you for that, because I'm getting a feeling of I'm gonna say dread in the pit of my stomach. So times have been very difficult. And I'm sending you my highest vibes of unconditional love and support. Hopefully they can help you. Because it feels like you've been going through a lot, both of you. And for many of you, this is your connection, which has been going through a lot as well. So that's the downside, if you'd like. But the upside too, that is the fact that you are learning, you are growing, you are evolving. It's kind of you've been going through some tests in the school of life, and now you are getting the upgrades, you are getting the lessons, you are getting the rewards for all of the hard work that has been done. Now, some of you may be dealing with traveling, taking classes, attending seminars, changing professions for some of you perhaps, and learning new trades, gaining new skills, practicing new areas of work or of interest. So there's a sense of turning a page and kind of taking the lessons of all of the disappointments, if you'd like, that you've gone through in the past, and kind of putting together all of those little bits of information and wisdom and strength and understanding, and building a new reality for yourselves, individually and as a connection. Also, I'm hearing for some of you ministry work, ministry work. Take it as it resonates. But you are being called to kind of embrace or surrender, perhaps, to a path that you may have been resisting in the past. Something about that path could have been intimidating, overwhelming, triggering, but there's a sense of learning, there's a sense of growing, becoming more confident in your own devices, and learning to go with the flow for both of you. And it also connects to your twin flame bond, because when you are trying to control the process mentally, things actually stagnate most of the time, because this is first and foremost a spiritual connection, not a mental connection. And spirit always trumps rationality. And when you try to organize things in a rational way, of course you're going to give it your best shot. Of course you're going to do your best about it. There's no doubt, right? But rationality can only take you so far. When it comes to these things, rationality can only take you so far. And from that point onward, it's the spiritual side of things that can truly help you to access information, to process information, to make the most of information, to incorporate information, right? And that's intuitive information coming your way, which rationally sometimes it may not even make sense, or it may seem counter to counter what you would be thinking of, right? Or what you would be strategizing. But intuition, and your flame intuition specifically, is always going to bring in new waves of wisdom and guidance and support as well, and blessings as a result of that. And you are expanding your horizons, you're expanding, both of you, your perception of yourselves and of your bond and of your destiny as a result of that. But it's a process, right? It's a process. And sometimes you may feel frustrated or triggered by the tempo, which may feel too slow, and other times you may feel triggered by the tempo, which may feel too rapid, right? It's a constant adjustment. It's a constant flow. And going with the flow is perhaps one of the most difficult things for us as human beings, because 3D reality is kind of static in a way, whereas spirit is free-flowing rather. And as twin flames, you straddle the line between 3D reality and 5D higher dimensional reality. So you're always struggling with finding a balance between what's right in front of you physically and what's in front of you spiritually and intuitively, right? And it takes practice, it takes time, it takes adjusting for each of you and for both of you together as a twin flame connection. But you are going to school if you'd like. You are studying, you are learning, you are growing. And that's pretty much what we want to see here, right? It's not easy. Of course it's not easy. It never is. But you are making progress. So let's hear advice from Spirit here. Let's see. Okay. So we have, right, we have flow on the bottom of the deck, precisely what we were talking about. And the cards that flipped over, success and growth and confront, which is an interesting set of advice cards, because exactly as we were talking, right, you are growing and you are successful at that. Even though it's difficult at times and it's triggering, that's the point of the confront card. You are dealing, both of you, you are dealing with your shadow sides, you are dealing with your dark night of the souls, you are dealing with your demons, if you'd like, figuratively speaking, okay? And you are growing as a result of that. It's not easy, it's really not easy. But it is progress, and it's great progress. You are making great progress, okay? And that's great, even though it's not comfortable. Sometimes it's not pleasant, right? But it is what we want to see here for your journey together, and you are making progress, and you are successful and growing, which is awesome news. Now, in the extended, we are going to take a closer look at how these energies play out for the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine specifically. I hope you will join me there. If not, I'm sending you my highest vibes of unconditional love and support, and we'll be seeing you soon, okay? Bye!